got Netflix. Talk about, we ain't paying for Breakfast Club. You paid for Diddy Doc. You paid for Stranger Things. You paid to watch Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. You know why you paid?
And that's the point. We paid to watch something engaging. We're not getting a Diddy Doc every day. It's not a radio show. Stranger Things is a series, a visual series that we have to watch. Breakfast Club is not. What's going on, YouTube? We're back with another one by Poetic Flacco. The Breakfast Club is in trouble. So if you didn't know, the Breakfast Club has taken their content from YouTube and transferred it over to Netflix. Now, me personally, I'm an avid Breakfast Club watcher. Man, one of my favorite episodes with Dame Dash when he was on there. So I watch Breakfast Club a lot. So I have a lot to say about this. I got a lot of opinions about this. I really want to react to this video and see what Flacco has to say. And then I want to kind of engage with you all and see how you all feel about it. I don't think it's a good move, but let's see what's going on.
So cooked. They made a really big mistake that's backfiring, and they won out. But it's way too late for that. They got to deal with the consequences now, and it might end them for good. This announcement on December 16th was the literal nail in the coffin for the Breakfast Club. So the announcement was Netflix and iHeart announced an exclusive video podcast partnership for iHeart Podcasts. Now, the announcement stated that iHeartMedia, the #1 audio company in America, and Netflix today announced an exclusive video podcasting partnership for more than 15 industry-leading original iHeart podcasts. The agreement includes all new episodes from the podcast lineup, as well as select library episodes from each show. New video podcast episodes will launch on Netflix in early 2026 in the U.S., with more markets to follow. The lineup of the podcast joining Netflix includes The Breakfast Club, hosted by Charlamagne the God, and one of the biggest broadcast radio shows in the country. My Favorite Murder, one of the most successful true crime podcasts. Grammy-nominated music star Fat Joe and Jadakiss Joe and Jada. Dear Chelsea with Chelsea Handler. I knew the executives at iHeartMedia had no idea what they were doing, and everybody involved, including the people who had maybe a say in those conversations, didn't want to tell them, hey, don't do this, because they also wanted to get paid. But I knew they didn't know what they were doing when they included Joe and Jada in this deal. Joe and Jada just started a new podcast. Their YouTube numbers were going up. They were starting to gain momentum and steam. These absolute brain-dead executives thought the Joe and Jada podcast that's only been out for 9 months had enough cachet to where they could survive going to Netflix and being out of the YouTube rotation. They thought a brand new podcast with little to no cachet could survive only having one upload in a month on their YouTube channel. Bro, people have forgotten about Joe and Jada. I'm sorry to tell you guys, bro, we have forgotten about this podcast, bro.
I'm gonna just keep it a book. I didn't even know Joe and Jada had a podcast, period. Honestly, I ain't never heard of this until now. But yeah, so the reason I can just get straight into it. The reason I don't agree with the Breakfast Club going to Netflix, I get it's about a bag. I get that. I got it. But the majority of the users, we listen to the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club is more of a listening experience, whereas Netflix is a viewing experience. When I'm thinking about Netflix, I'm thinking about movies. I'm thinking about a comedy special. I'm thinking about a series of something that I'm visually watching. When I listen to the Breakfast Club, one, is on the radio. It's a radio show. And number two, even when the video is playing, I'm just listening to it. I'm listening to it while I'm driving. I'm listening to it while I'm working out. I'm listening to it while I'm at work. I'm not actively watching the screen. So for me to go over to Netflix, log into Netflix, it just feels uncomfortable to me, and I'm pretty sure it feels uncomfortable to a lot of the users, right? And especially the people that's been watching Breakfast Club or listening to Breakfast Club for so long. And then the comments. Let's not forget about the comments. Comments is what makes the Breakfast Club, and now, because we debate on there, we talk about how Jess can't read. We talk about DJ Envy and Charlamagne's, their fake beef they be having. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff, the comments. But when you put it to Netflix, now I'm just watching a series, and it just takes away from the viewer experience. So I know it's about money, but I don't agree with them going to Netflix. It takes the value and the specialness about the Breakfast Club away, especially for like younger audiences now. Nobody trying to watch no damn Netflix. Watch Breakfast Club on Netflix, man. Come on.
We have completely moved on to Mano and Jim Jones and Umpire. Like, we have completely forgot about this whatsoever. This is an embarrassment. This is a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace, man. Right? It doesn't make sense. Now, the podcast that we thought had enough cachet where they could withstand this idiotic decision was the Breakfast Club. But no, the Breakfast Club is drowning and struggling too. And even they're losing cultural cachet. Think about it. When was the last Breakfast Club interview moment that you guys thought, oh, no, oh my. You can't name it, bro. And they only been gone for about a month. Think about it for a second, bro. They only been on Netflix for about a month. And they already drowning.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I just got to add it too. So I went to the Breakfast Club, right? Like I said, I listened to it. I'm cleaning the house. I'm doing whatever. I went to the Breakfast Club channel, and I noticed that a lot of the clips were short. And now they've done that before. They've dropped short content, but they've also dropped a long interview, right? But I noticed like most of the stuff was short or it was pieced up. It was like a short on their long form content. And I was like, hold on, what's going on? That was before I even knew they moved to Netflix. And if you're a real Breakfast Club watcher and a member, of the Breakfast Club, you remember back, I think it was last year sometime, DJ Envy and Charlamagne was talking about, we had some big news coming up, big news for the network, blah, 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 blah. They couldn't go into it, so I'm assuming this is what it was. Now, I don't like the new format that they did. And Charlamagne even on the end of Breakfast Club clips now saying y'all need to go over to Netflix and go watch it. We don't want to. If we don't want to do that. If we wanted to be on Netflix, we would have been on Netflix. We're on YouTube to watch you do your thing. It would have made more sense to me if the Breakfast Club would have maybe put what they were already doing, put like the engaging interviews that they have, keep that on YouTube. But if you want to see the full thing, like the donkey of the day, just help me with my mess, the music special that they do, the news, like the whole spiel, yeah, go over to Netflix and watch the whole thing. But if you want to just see this interview, the thing that kept it engaging and kept us here, they should have kept that on YouTube. That would have been okay. I think the viewers would have been all right. And then for me, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go check it out because I want to see the whole day. Like, who's the dunk of the day? Who's all that? I would have went over there to see that stuff. But to put the whole episode on Netflix, yeah, you taking it away from that. I see the viewership going down real quick.
Honest so much, they got Charlamagne the God and other people doing active campaigns to get people to go to Netflix because the numbers ain't translating and ain't reflecting. The cultural impact is gone. Breakfast Club at least have enough content to where they could still upload a couple times a day still. They aren't completely drowning in terms of content not being posted, but the numbers ain't reflecting, bro. Look at 3,000 views in a day on a Breakfast Club interview. Right? Now, they're only...
Yeah, and the reason is 3,000. Y'all know Breakfast Club videos, they gonna pull numbers. Look at the timestamp. The time on that video is like a 2-minute video. I'm like, I know they ain't do a whole interview in 2 minutes. So when a user and a viewer of the Breakfast Club go there and I see it's 2 minutes, I'm looking for the long form. I'm looking for the 40 to 30 minute one. And then I ain't on there. I ain't finna be like, oh, let me jump on Netflix. No, I'm gonna press the back button and then YouTube gonna catch my attention with something else, and then I just move on for the Breakfast Club. I hadn't listened to the Breakfast Club in a minute. I pay for Netflix. I was on Netflix last night watching Cat Williams special. Not one time did I think, hey, let me go watch the Breakfast Club. No, because it's just not the platform for it. It don't even feel natural.
Posting some interview clips. Like, they're very limited. Like, the interview clips, if you look at it, they're probably no more than like 2 to 4 minutes long. I feel like they have like a strict restriction on how long the clips could be. Very restricted. But when you click on the interview clip, what you begin to see now is Charlamagne the God is doing a commercial at the end telling people to go over to Netflix. They weren't, Justice doing this now, right? Yeah. So you got multiple people. There's multiple folks from the cast who's now doing commercials at the end of these clips, now telling people to go over to Netflix because the numbers ain't translating fast enough. They are panicking. They're losing their relevance. This is sad, bro. Look at this.
What's up? Want to catch the full episode and full interviews? Go to Netflix, hit that remind me button so you can be notified for all the new drops.
That's hilarious. Apparently, didn't get the memo for how dire this situation was. So they had Charlamagne the God do it. Charlamagne the God put it into perspective. Hey, bro, like, we need y'all to come to Netflix, bro. Like, it's getting dire over here. And the fans let it be known, bro. Yo, we hate these clips. Screw Netflix, bro. These are 2-minute clips, bro. We don't got no use for these clips. Somebody says, what's worse than a lie is pushing people to go to Netflix to listen and watch a radio show. Why does he look? Well, okay. It's called the Breakfast Club for a reason. I want to see or hear y'all in the morning. Right now, I'm feeling like y'all should be called the Lunch Club or the Next Day Breakfast Club. You guys were my morning routine driving into work on YouTube, and now you're not.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. People will listen to the Breakfast Club on the way to work while doing activities, listening to the Breakfast Club. Weren't really watching the Breakfast Club. It would be a couple interviews where you want to watch and sit. But Netflix that's the whole point of Netflix and chill. You watching Netflix, you watching a movie, a series. But for Breakfast Club, it was something to get through the day, to intrigue your mind throughout the day, to kind of waste the time, be some background noise, and you listen to it. Get in the comments, see what they're saying. But once you go up to Netflix, nobody's finna do that. Nobody's finna watch that.
I'm okay with y'all being on Netflix, but damn, it seems like I have to wait forever for the episodes to drop. I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels this way. Okay, I'm done ranting now. I still love. Now listen, I personally, me, Porty Flacco, I've never gone to Netflix to watch a podcast. I'm never going to. I'm not going to Netflix to watch the Breakfast Club. So I can't even tell you if what she's saying is true. But if you add on top of it being on a new platform, now there's delays. Now they're not getting the episodes as fast as they used to. Oh, y'all just asking to ruin y'all brands, bro. This is just disgusting.
Ha! YouTube, I know y'all pissed off right now. Okay, another clip, but we're on Netflix, man. Stop acting like y'all don't have motherfucking Netflix. I'm sick of y'all acting like y'all don't have Netflix. It actually disgusts me. If it was any other paywall, I would completely understand. Netflix been around just as long as the Breakfast Club. It's on everybody's remote controls. It's in hotel rooms. You got Netflix. Talking about, we ain't paying for Breakfast Club. You paid for Diddy Doc. You paid for Stranger Things. You paid to watch Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. You know why you paid?
And that's the point. We paid to watch something engaging. We're not getting a Diddy Doc every day. It's not a radio show. Stranger Things is a series, a visual series that we have to watch. Breakfast Club is not. I mean, it's just simple as that. And Charlamagne trying to gaslight us, man. We know we paying for this. We've been paying for Netflix and watching Breakfast Club. They just got greedy over there. They wanted to jump on this whole wave or get on a Netflix. Netflix is about to ruin the Breakfast Club. I wouldn't be surprised if the Breakfast Club come back and start putting stuff back on YouTube, because nobody's gonna go to Netflix and watch the Breakfast Club. I just don't see it. I know it's not.
Been paying for Netflix for the last 15 years. It's not like, Breakfast Club is on there now, so now we charging you more money to watch. Just go to the podcast section, click on the podcast section, type in Breakfast Club, and everything be right there. Donkey of the day, the full interview, whatever you're looking for, the full episode. Go do it, man. Okay? It's just change. That's all. Change is good. Have a great day.
Here's what they're not understanding. The utilities of the apps aren't even lateral. It's an inconvenience. First off, Netflix ain't free. The podcasting session ain't free. You still need to pay for Netflix to watch the podcast. That's a whole lot different than the exclusive Spotify deals. You know why the Spotify deals translated so well? It's because Spotify made sure not to change the experience. You could come on Spotify and watch your favorite podcast for free, absolutely free. Even if you didn't have a Spotify membership, you could listen to your favorite podcast for free and have the video for free as well. So Spotify gave you the video option and the audio option for absolutely free whatsoever. All you had to do is just download the Spotify app and you could watch it. So that's the difference between Spotify and Netflix, right? Netflix, you got to pay to actually watch it. So that's one. Secondly, the utility ain't lateral. Think about it for a second. How do people utilize Spotify and YouTube? 90% of people who watch YouTube or listen to Spotify do it from their phones. They open up their phones, go to the app, and they listen and they watch from their phones. They are used to and accustomed to using their phones to use these apps. This is just how they do it. 90% of people who watch Netflix watch it on their TVs or maybe their laptops. right? Very few people watch Netflix from their phones, right? Most of us have TVs. Usually Netflix is an end of the day activity. Netflix is I come home at the end of the day, I turn on the TV and I watch my Netflix before falling asleep. Or there's this big grand experience, this big grand boxing match, this big grand TV show that I got to catch us on, this huge premiere. I go to my TV and I watch it at the end of my day. The Breakfast Club and these YouTube programs were a part of our day. It was something that we woke up, we turned on, and we go about our day. People aren't used to consuming Netflix in that manner. They just not used to it. People don't put on their like favorite TV show, close the app and listen to it on their daily train ride. That's not how that works at all, right? And the reason why people were tuning into the Breakfast Club or other news programs is because of convenience. I can just go to YouTube, turn it on, blah, 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 and go about my day. That's what it brought. So the experiences on Netflix and YouTube aren't lateral. And again, it might appear as, bro, just download Netflix. No, people get used to, their routines. And understand this, people will find something else to fill the void and the gap faster than you could find other people to replace them. They will find somebody else to disseminate information and news to them faster than you can find a new user on Netflix to fill their void. I'm just being real with y'all.
I just said that. That's what I'm saying. If I go to the Breakfast Club and I'm looking for an interview or something like that, and it's one of them short clips, I'm bagging out and watch. The YouTube algorithm is gonna give me what I want. I'm not gonna bag out of YouTube, go to Netflix, go find Breakfast Club, go find what I want to see. No. And then they the way Breakfast Club dropped their episodes, it's sometimes it's random. It's like it might be a clip, a long interview or something that happened a year ago. So on Netflix, now I got to go scroll through it. No, I'm just going to bag out. YouTube's going to give me what I want. I'm going to stay on the YouTube platform. I'm not going over to Netflix to a whole nother platform to go find the Breakfast Club. It's not happening.
This is very, 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 very bad. And I don't know why anybody would ever agree to this. Why? Now to check again, the OG got $200 million. Shout out to Charlamagne the God, man. That ain't his fault. He's not one of the executives that made that decision. Right, but the big homie got $200 million. Shout out to Charlamagne the guy. So, bro, if I'm Charlamagne, I don't give a damn, bro. If y'all listen or not, I got 200 M's. I'm straight. But I'm sure the 200 M's probably has some performance stipulations, probably performance bonuses in that $200 million. So who knows, man? Now, people are taking to social media in droves to really express how sick and tired they are of this Netflix move, and they're not feeling this at all. One Twitter user says, seeing creators/companies abandon their primary viewers/consumer base for the bag is always a sad thing to watch. Because why the F is the Breakfast Club on Netflix? Can't even watch their interviews or news segments on YouTube anymore. I'll be real. I'm somebody who I used to watch the Breakfast Club almost on a daily basis. Once they transitioned to Netflix, I haven't even thought about it, bro. I'll be real with y'all, bro. All right? Like, they just got out of my daily routine. Somebody says, why the F is the Breakfast Club on Netflix? I just spent the last 5 minutes yelling at the TV. Breakfast Club going onto Netflix is like closing down an important community center. The comments, the jokes, the community, all gone. That was history. Yeah, the comment section was a part of it as well. I don't feel like Netflix got a comment section for podcasting, right?
No, that's what I was talking about.
Yo, they kind of underestimate routine or exactly why people are coming to watch. I feel like that's what they truly underestimated. A lot of us, when we watch YouTube videos, the first thing we do is go to the comment section. That person is right. They took away that from the experience as well. 2 questions. Why is the Breakfast Club on Netflix? Who is keeping them in business? The Breakfast Club Netflix deal really isn't working for the average listener. That's a fact. I hate that the Breakfast Club moved most of their content to Netflix. People don't like this, bro, at all. I don't like how the Breakfast Club is on Netflix. That's another one. The Breakfast Club on Netflix is not fully on YouTube. It's such a mistake. I get it. They got to check for it, but at what cost? Listen, man, the cost is going to be their cultural relevancy. The cost is going to be their viewership. People ain't going for this, right? And you shouldn't go for it, bro. It's pure greed. It's corporate greed. Now, don't bring hate to the host. Like, I don't think it's Charlamagne the God or DJ Envy or Just Hilarious' fault. No, they are employees, right? They're getting paid to do something. But all in all, man, one, it should be criminal what they did to Joe and Jada podcast. Joe and Jada podcast is completely done. Like that. I haven't heard a person talk about Joe and Jada in a while. It's complete.
You'll never hear from over here. Look, I didn't even know Joe and Jada was a thing. Anyway, how do y'all feel about the Breakfast Club going over to Netflix? What are your opinions on it? Like I said, I think if they would have did the interviews, like they were already giving us that anyway. So if they would have gave us like the interviews, the celebrities that come up, keep those on YouTube, all right? But maybe the other segments, Donkey of the Day, the whole full spiel, put that on Netflix. They actually could have bagged twice. They could have got the bag twice instead of moving like the big part of the fans. We come there for the interviews, the big celebrities. That's what we come there for. Even the politicians that come on there would have let us watch that on YouTube, and then we wanted to see, or even gave us half of the interview. At least half of it, not just 2 minutes of it. And then put it over on Netflix. It would have been so much better. But anyway, that's my view on it. That's my review on it. I don't think that I'll be watching. I know for a fact I won't be watching Breakfast Club on Netflix. I just don't see it happening. I might turn it on one day just to see what's going on, but for the most part, it's dead to me. I'm gonna find some else on YouTube. But you let me know in the comments what's going on, how you feel about it. Thank you so much. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, so we can get high numbers. And until next time.